Many business owners do not earn their revenue equally throughout the year. During downtimes, you may rely on lines of credit from the bank to provide cash to pay your expenses. But what happens when things don't go according to plan? If the business owner falls behind in paying off their line of credit, a friendly banker might have a sudden change in disposition. At first, the bank might provide some breathing room by converting the line of credit into a term loan, in which the outstanding debt starts rolling over at interest and requires a fixed amount of repayment each month. Of course, if the business owner is only in this position because their business is not going well, it's entirely possible they start falling behind in payments on the term loan. At this point, the bank may decide to play its hand and show you exactly who's running the show. When you open that convenient line of credit, the business owner first had to agree to make their deposits into their commercial bank. But now they must also contractually agree that the commercial bank would have liens against their business assets, including any machinery, inventory, or even the land itself. Furthermore, banks as a rule require a personal guarantee, meaning their personal assets are also on the hook, so that any income earned from other sources may be garnished. Land, labor, and capital are controlled by the commercial bank, including bank deposits. This means if they end up in bankruptcy court, the business owner will find that the bank has first dibs on all these assets. Now, what is important to realize is that in the case of a bankruptcy, the suppliers of the business owner, the ones who advanced the merchandise and whose debt was included under accounts payable, are also in trouble. For example, suppose the business owner owes $500,000 to the bank, owes suppliers $1 million, and after a fire sale of assets only has $700,000 in cash. In this case, the commercial bank, as a secured creditor, gets paid off in full. All the $500,000 debt is paid off because they have first right to any personal and business assets. However, suppliers are only unsecured creditors. While they are legally entitled to the residual wealth, there might not be enough to satisfy all the claims. In the end, the typical business owner is in a very precarious position if they rely on commercial bank lines of credit for their cash flow needs. So is there a way to avoid this trap? Well, yes, there is. To gradually minimize and ultimately eliminate this vulnerability, the business owner should establish an alternate bank that provides similar services. But now you're thinking, there is no alternate bank. Well, stop your disbelief and suppose the following is possible. Imagine if there was an alternate bank that would also grant lines of credit or loans to smooth out the cash flow irregularities of the business, but where there would be no lien on the business assets. This alternate bank would pay a better return on your money, also tax-free, and is exempt from passive income and capital gains tax grind. This alternate bank would not have any mandated payback schedule for the loans. In fact, the business owner would not ever need to pay back a dime on the loans if they didn't want to. And no one from this alternate bank would come knocking on the door demanding payment. Now, I realize this might sound like wishful thinking. However, I hope you agree that if this alternate bank existed, then every business owner would scramble to this bank. Well, this is not wishful thinking. This alternate bank does exist and is a bank you can begin setting up now. This alternate bank is known as infinite banking. Many wealthy individuals and their businesses have been using infinite banking for generations. Business owners tend to see the advantages of infinite banking before most other people, not because they're smarter, they just appreciate the importance of cash flow. So you may be thinking, why have you not heard of this before? The reason is the government really gets nothing from it, so they've placed restrictions on advertising it. So to learn how to set up your alternate bank before something unexpected puts your business in this position, connect with IBCanada Group, Canada's most experienced group of certified infinite banking financial professionals today.